Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about a few TV shows that are pretty good and I think at least need some type of recognition because I've been sacrificing my time watching them. But I just got over COVID and my whole family just had to deal with the whole COVID thing, so I had time to not necessarily catch up because I really wasn't feeling well, but I tried to catch up on everything, like all the things on my list that I wanted to try to get through. I'm going to start off by talking about Yellow Jackets. This is a Showtime series about a group of girls, teenage girls that are on a soccer team that take a plane ride to go to a important tournament, but the plane crashes. Excuse me, you have to bear with me. I'm having some issues, but I'm trying. They crash somewhere. I don't know the location of this forest that they end up crashing in. Some survive, some die. It's mostly all girls. There is a male coach and I believe two other males in the plane. Like they know each other, but it's basically just focusing on these girls. Now, if you have seen or read Lord of the Flies, it has very similar attributes to that story. Also, I feel it has lots of points of, I think it was a film from the late 70s called Alive, where I believe it was a group of males that were going over for, maybe it was a soccer tournament, I don't know, but it was some kind of sports thing where the plane crashed and some survived, some didn't, and you have to resort to cannibalism. Only they were in like the mountains and it was winter and things like that. Here I think I don't know, it's like a weird, it looks like an Amazonian jungle, but they were from New Jersey, so I don't know where they were headed to where they would land in this thick, crazy Amazonian looking forest. So that's kind of the thing. I'm like, oh God, where the heck are they? Unless they said it and I missed it, which is probably what they did. But they keep going back to their lives of during when they were in school and teenagers and parties, and then the trying to survive in the wilderness to present day. Now, I find this show to be very good. I just feel like the whole back and forth from back then to the girls now as adults and in their lives today is a little distracting. I find that they take time to dance around certain, I guess, storylines that really don't, they're not that important, at least for me. I think they should be getting to the point because they keep flashing to these people dressed up in like these like costumes, I guess, like made costumes. And I don't know if it's the girls that go crazy and go cannibalistic on each other, or is it like some kind of weird tribe in this like semi-haunted forest that they're in? I don't know. I kind of wish they would elaborate more on that because I think the last episode that I watched was episode 9. I think there might be a few more episodes or maybe just one episode left, but I'll complete it all in another video. But as of right now, it's pretty good, but I just wish they wouldn't go back and forth so much because I feel like you lose interest when you're stuck on one story and then you go flashback to another and then you go back, and it's just kind of distracting. Pretty good show, but I just wish it would stick to one thing and stick more to a main point of this whole series. So we'll see with that. Oh, Yellowstone, Yellowstone, Yellowstone. Okay, I have to touch on this because when I made a video about how good the show is, and I still love the show, I think it's a very entertaining show. I think the actor selection was on point. I think the characters are all interesting, well, most of them. And I think all in all together, it's a very good show, but I think that they tried to hype up, season 4 just ended, and they tried to hype it up so much, like, oh, someone's gonna die, someone's gonna, and it was like, okay, and maybe, I do spoilers in here, so if you haven't seen it yet, click out, fast forward, do whatever, but, spoiler alert, Jamie shoots and kills his father, his real father. Okay. Like, and then Beth and Rip get married in like the front yard of the Dutton Ranch, and like it's a quick ceremony and it's not traditional, and it's kind of like, okay, well, we kind of saw that coming. It's kind of strange, but all right, you know, it suits them as a couple. But nothing really happened. Casey tried to have like a revelation to find out why he keeps seeing wolves, but he went through a process, but he didn't find his revelation, I guess. I don't know. It's nothing really happened. And they even extended the episode, because usually an episode is about an hour long. They extended it by 30 minutes. Still have nothing happen. I was like, okay. You know, I'm like, all right, I guess we're doing this. So I was like, all right, well, maybe there's something like really awesome that's going to pop out and go, oh my God, you know? Jimmy gets married to the girl at the other ranch, or they get engaged. Big freaking whoop. Don't really care. And that was pretty much it. There really wasn't anything that could be substantial to further episodes yet. I really wanted to finish out all the episodes of Yellowstone before I started diving into 1883, which I will start to do, but I have to wait for my husband because we watch Yellowstone together, and I have to wait for him to come home. So it's like I could just get through something so easily without him, but you know, if you're married, you can't watch it without the other person. It's a whole big thing. But all in all, Yellowstone is a very good show. I just feel that there was so much hype and build up for nothing. Like nothing happened. Nothing really happened. Nothing happened substantial enough to be like, oh my God, did you see what happened on the season finale of Yellowstone? It wasn't like that. So spoiler alert, not really that. It was like very anticlimactic. So we all got to deal with that. I did start, and I really wanted to just finish out Dexter New Blood because my sister was talking about it, and I was a Dexter fan back when it was, what was it on Showtime? I think that was another Showtime show. Very good show. Loved many seasons of it. This one, the Dexter New Blood, I thought was very good. I finished it in a day. It was very Dexter. You know, they had a certain killer that he had to go in and intervene and try to, you know, stop and make it look like he disappeared, whatever, you know, like he usually does. And it also involves his son, Harrison. So that was interesting to change it up a little bit. But it kind of still had the same flow as every other Dexter episode. So it was good. I enjoyed it. And at the end, Dexter dies. He gets shot by his son in the woods, in the heart. So I think he's done. I think he's gone. I think the whole thing is finished. All in all, I thought it was a very good season. But I did it while I was cleaning the house, and I kind of went in and out of episodes, but I could still follow it. So therefore, if I was to sit and actually watch it, I probably would have been antsy and bored, because I got to the point with just like minusculely watching it. But I knew everything that was going on because, like I said, it was just kind of like slow at some points, and then they had the big points where I was like, I was stopping. I was like, okay, this seems important. Let me watch this. But all in all, it was good, and I think that it's completely done, unless they're going to do a spinoff with Harrison, because after he kills his father, his Dexter was dating one of the police officers of the of New York, of wherever he was in New York, I forget what it's called. But she knew about it. She found out Dexter's past, and she told Harrison, look, here's money. Get out of here. Don't ever come back. So he kind of rides off scot-free. And he has the urges to kill and hurt. They touch on that a little bit, but it wasn't, I think Harrison kind of had more of a heart. But then Dexter was like that too. So it's interesting to see if they will continue through Harrison, but I don't think that is going to be a thing. I mean, you never know with like movies and TVs these days, like they will do anything. I would give it a go and give it a shot because I thought the character of Harrison was important. And I liked his character, but I think all in all, it's done. Done deal. Over. But I did like what I saw of it, and I thought it was interesting enough to bring up. So there's that. Just lost my dang place. Okay, Yellow Jackets, Dexter, Yellowstone. Okay, so the last one I have to talk about is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I have caught up, and I think it's like mid-season. I really, really like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think it's very funny, and it's so comical, but I feel like this season is just, I think it's trying a little too hard, I think, because I don't find it to be as naturally funny as it usually is. They go to Ireland, they stay in this castle, and then they have, Dennis gets COVID, and he goes crazy, and they start playing like the Shining music, and I start thinking about that, and then, I don't know, it's kind of funny, like, they go back and forth, but, I mean, and Ireland looks so pretty. I've always wanted to go there. But, you know, I just felt like the funny just wasn't happening. You know, I just felt like it was trying a little bit too hard, and, you know, it naturally is a very funny show, and it's a feel-good type of show, but I just felt like what I've seen up to this point, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit. But I'm still going to stick by it because I know it has potential. I've always felt that watching it. So even though I was late to the game watching it, I highly admit that. My bad. But I watched it nonetheless and got to appreciate its genius. But hopefully it'll turn around and it won't, like, you know, like scrape away for, you know, attention and all that type of thing. So that was my review on those few TV shows. I love doing everything, reviews on movies, TV, everything. I have a blog, niksfliks.blogspot.com. If you're interested, you can check that out. I'll put the information in the information section, whatever that's called. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!